welcome to Hunter the Vigil Summons here on Dork Tales. I'm your storyteller, Kelly. You see and him as my pronouns, and I am very excited to be back here for another episode of our procedural murder mystery law cop show thing. Welcome. We're going to be hopping into game in just a minute, but before we do, let's introduce our cast. When you introduce yourself, can you please tell me what your aspirations are for the night, starting with Robin?
Hello, I'm Robin. I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I'm playing Lillian Underhill, our Lucifuge lawyer, and she uses she, her pronouns as well. And tonight, her aspirations are get in a fight, which is carried over from last game, get high, and make a deal with Bryce Hicks. And Robin's aspirations are to have a good game.
All right, well, let's, hopefully someone will succeed on this. Next to you, we've got other Cal. Hi, Cal.
Hi. Hello, it's me. It's Cal from up the road. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm very pleased to be back playing FBI agent visiting Vancouver, Elena Ekstrom, and she is a member of the VASCU, the secret society rooting out bad guys and evildoers everywhere. And her aspirations this time, short, to find out more about the group that Arroyo was working with, who she unfortunately had to empty a pistol into, find out why she is the link and what that means, what this all has to do with her. And the long aspiration is still, what the heck's going on? Is this incident the sign of more to come, or just what's happening? So, is there something bigger that we're missing?
And last but not least, we've got Trezelta.
Hello, I am Trez. I use he, him pronouns, as is my character, Alexander Landry, our cop task force Valkyrie member. And see, his aspirations carry on one short term, which is keep up for any links regarding the case. The new short term is to protect the two I'm with because people are out to get us. And his long term is still trying to figure out who his parents' killer is.
I like how the rookie cop feels he needs to protect the FBI agent.
I mean, you are incredibly beat up, so
yeah, I'm about to say, you're like,
sense.
I'm gun. I took the guy down. It's fine.
Yeah, but you're like half an agent now. And you've been sentenced to bed rest. So.
Yeah, you were told to go sleep and rest, and I did a little. We're going somewhere else, but you were told you're supposed to be on bed rest.
Yeah. Well, this is still not strenuous.
We're going to a medicine shop. We're getting you medicine.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, so folks, if you're joining us for the first time, this is episode 6 of Hunter the Vigil Summons, but what you need to know immediately from last game is that the characters are continuing to pursue the incident surrounding a potential possessed person. Last episode, Lillian discovered that her grandfather, the one who helped her join the Lucifuge, is dying of late-stage cancer and has asked her for a very special favor. Meanwhile, Alex confronted a crooked member of the Vancouver PD, or at least one of the auxiliary staff that work for the Vancouver PD, and threatened his life unless he left the force, with some good results. And finally, Elena went to get a checkup at the hospital and then was assaulted in the parking lot by a man with a hammer from a very zealous group called the Light of Christ, which have a church out in Port Coquitlam, outside of Vancouver. Beyond that, you were all put on bed rest and told to take, 2 days, basically, to take the next day off. And on your way back to Lillian's apartment to hunker down, you made a pit stop, or at least you're on your way to a pit stop at a place called Sun's Rare Herbs, I believe.
Yeah, Sun Rare's Herbs and traditional medicine.
Traditional Chinese medicine. There is a difference.
Chinese medicine, yeah.
Yep.
Perfect. I will remove that drink from the final recording and the small burp. All right, before we begin, does anybody have any questions, comments, or concerns?
Plenty of concerns.
Hey, that's the best.
Always concerns, but nothing that I need to voice right now.
Chronicles of Darkness. There's always concerns.
Sounds good. And if any of you are low on willpower, don't forget, if you do something that is detrimental to yourself or another person, following your virtue or vice, you can gain willpower back that way as well. But also by risking willpower when you are in a scene where the hunt is on. But we're going to be getting into that as the game progresses. A quick reminder, Kel, you have the shaken condition. So the way that works is you may opt to fail a roll before you've made a roll to shed this condition. By doing so, you gain a beat.
Yep.
So yeah, it's pretty good. And that is on you until you choose otherwise. As you are afraid from this attack. And with that in mind, let's begin this episode of Hunter the Vigil Summons. As you proceed down the streets of Vancouver, rain buffeting the sides of your windshields, the squeak of windshield wipers, Lillian suggested that you make your way to Richmond, to a place called Sun's Rare Herbs and Traditional Chinese Medicine. You agreed, and now are making your way through the back streets, down Granville eventually, and over the bridges that take you to the island of Richmond. Richmond has grown much taller in the past few years. As you're making your way through it, you see that it is becoming kind of a microcosm of the type of city that Vancouver is transforming into. The old strip malls have been bulldozed and are slowly being replaced by 20, 30-story condominium buildings. The bright, shiny ones with the big stores on the main floor or fountains in the lobby. The SkyTrain roars down number 3 road right next to you. And you slowly pad your way up through the old construction zones that have been there for damn near ever. A pair of malls pass on the left. And then, following your phone's GPS, Lillian, you see that you're approaching Lansdowne Mall. But, as you are doing so, you're supposed to take a right, down into some of the side industrial buildings. Now, most of these buildings have been torn up and replaced with condominiums. A large strip mall just on the other side of Lansdowne Mall is in fact a graveyard, waiting for one of those condos to be planted. But here, just off of the main drag, some of the old buildings are still surviving. Many of them are warehouses or different commercial areas. And in fact, there's one little strip mall away from here, blazing with neon signs covered in Chinese characters, in blatant disregard of the simple Richmond law that says that there needs to be, I believe it's 50% English on signs. It's been a law for a few years, but many of these stores don't bother with it. Nobody ever reports it. Nobody cares. You can see internet cafes. You can see massage parlors. You can see secondhand electronic stores. You can see a number of Chinese restaurants. And as you pull into this large parking lot, you will see quite a few businesses that you can't make out what they are. But right at the end of the row, on this little 1970s, at least, mini mall, under the overhang of the thick red awning, you can see a sign that says Sons. Do you just pull in?
Yeah, wherever the, kind of scheduled Uber, where the Uber kind of drops us off, I guess.
Well, Alex is driving.
Oh, right, Alex is driving. I don't know why I still stuck Uber in my head. Yeah.
Just find any
There?
parking spot.
Yeah, maybe we should park a little away. Is your squad car super obvious that it's a squad car?
I think it's his personal car.
Oh, it's his personal car. Okay.
Yeah, we're not in a squatty.
Listen, fancy dancy with a personal car over here. It's Vancouver. That's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, just park there.
All right. And Alex will pull up and go to park.
All right. You have no trouble. Aside from the internet cafe down the way and the massage parlor, there must be about 200 claustrophobic parking spaces here, each sized for a mid-sized sedan at the largest. It forms a large L shape around this building, and you can see that where it is at the end, there are quite a few different places for freight trucks and other places to load in the back of the mini mall. But outside of Sun's, no one's parked. You pull in front of it, and you can't see through the front windows. They're completely opaque, covered with thick wooden shutters on the inside.
Guess they want you to know the place. Don't need to entice you in.
Guess so.
I'm sure they have a specific clientele.
Yes.
Well,
Shall we? Yeah.
Let's.
Stepping out of the car, you slam the doors behind you and head up. The hours of the shop go until, strangely, until 2 o'clock in the morning. Then again, parts of Richmond stay a bit later open than you'd expect. The door is heavy and covered in a number of Chinese good luck charms on the inside that dangle and bounce off of it like keychains would. Little amulets. The door itself has metal caging on it, and the glass is crisscrossed with chicken wire built into it. And as you open the door, you are immediately greeted by the sound of Eastern music and the smell of 50 herbs that you have never smelled in your life. The place is a claustrophobic's nightmare. Immediately upon entering, you are led into a labyrinthine maze of shelves that run along one side of the room, kind of branching out into all of these curio cabinets. And along the back leftmost wall, you see the old wood of a 20-foot high alchemist cube. Picture one of those IKEA grid shelves, right? With the squares, like a 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. Now picture that 20 feet high and about 20 feet wide, with a rolling ladder, the type you would find in one of those old libraries. Bundles of herbs hang in batches, drying everywhere, and you can smell all manner of spices. As you step inside, the carpet under you crunches slightly. There appears to be no one here, although when you enter, the door chimes.
Hello?
You'll hear the sound of a spoon or fork dropping. Just a minute! You hear a voice echo at the very back of the shop, into a back room with beads hanging from it that says staff only, and in much larger characters, what you imagine is probably the same thing in kanji. A moment later, a fit mid-40s Chinese man with a slight receding hairline, and just enough that he's starting to have a bit of a widow's peak, a pair of little square glasses, and dressed in suspenders, brown and white pinstriped pants, and one of those dress shirts that you see, one of those Cubano style dress shirts with the pockets, the two sets of pockets, breast and stomach pockets, tucked into his pants beneath a pair of suspenders. His sleeves are rolled up, and he looks outside, wiping the corner of his mouth where you see there's like a little bit of a brown stain. Hello, welcome. How can I help
Hi,
you?
how are you?
Good, very good. Do you need directions?
No. I was recommended this place.
I don't have any tiger penis, I'm sorry. He looks over at Alex. He looks young, perhaps some cardio, maybe some Viagra will fix it.
Really?
No, we're good. I'm just not a thing, but I'm not looking for it specifically. So I was told by my grandfather to just go there, right? He didn't give me any sort of.
He gave you no information. This man wipes his hands off in his pants and heads behind the counter of the herbalist bar. Huh. All right, what are you looking for then?
I was wondering if you had anything to help combat possession.
Possession? Oh.
Yeah.
Who's possessed? Are you?
No.
Is he? Or her?
No.
Is that what the bandage
just
is all
friends.
about?
No.
No, but
No.
I mean, painkillers potentially too for her. No, just a friend. I'm
Your
very
friend is
concerned.
possessed.
Potentially.
Have you tried salt?
No.
Evil spirits can't cross lines of salt, I hear. Or maybe that was just on Supernatural. Come on, what kind of joke is this?
We're not joking. We mean no disrespect.
Sure.
But
Next you're going to ask if I have any shark fin.
no, I don't care about shark fin.
Yeah, you and most of the
But
Western world, buddy.
Is this something you've dealt with before?
Are you fucking around with me, huh?
No. I'm dead serious.
You can make me a, if you guys want to, as a group, who's taking point on this? So I would like a presence and persuasion roll.
I don't know. Maybe the beat up one might be. He might believe me. It's like, dude, I've been fighting with this thing.
Fair. If it's lucky based, I'm rolling 9 dice. But if you,
I mean, if you can roll 9 dice, that's great. What is this?
I cannot roll
for
that many.
altogether?
So basically,
Sorry, we're doing
presence and persuasion.
presence persuasion. Well, do you want to go with it? because that's more dice than I would have.
Okay.
Sure.
Maybe
yeah.
just looking at me would help convince. Like you roll
I'll give you a +1 for how beaten up she is.
yeah.
Yeah, Alex is
Okay.
just kind of annoyed and not even paying attention to this guy at this point. He's just like, let's hurry up.
He's looking at jars of fetal pigs and hydrochloric acid.
So I definitely entered this scene with a different thought in my mind, and then realized halfway through this scene what we're probably actually should be asking about this. So this will be a fun turnaround.
All right.
Yeah, because I realized this is probably where the guy got the drugs from. But
Well,
just
we'll find
cocaine
out.
and shit.
Don't care about the
So I'm looking
cocaine.
for 8, 9, 10s, right,
Mm-hmm.
in the system. Ones don't subtract, right?
No.
Ones do not subtract.
Oh, thank God, I have 1 success.
You have 1 success.
I don't know.
I rolled a lot of 6s and 7s. So
Tell
yes,
me
1
about-
success.
Tell me about this demon of yours.
Goes by a lot of names.
Okay. Many of them do.
Yeah. But not just a lot of names, a lot of belief systems, a lot of different faiths, a lot of different cultures. It's a real mix of them, and it doesn't make sense.
Okay.
I mean, you believe us or you don't. Either you've dealt with this or you haven't. We're just looking for anything at this point.
I'm a simple herb seller. I don't know how I can help you. You come in here and you ask some questions, but your questions aren't complete. You're only asking half. And when I ask for the other part, you don't even give it. I'm thirsty. Do any of you want to buy a beverage? I sell soft drinks. You like pop?
Sure. I love pop. Also, you sell herbs and medicines as well.
Yeah.
Um, What would you like? I said I was recommended. About really strong medicine.
What, like ginkgo biloba?
I'm thinking it usually comes in a powder. Typically.
Is Alex in his uniform right now?
Actually, I don't know. Possibly. You probably would have changed up because he's supposed to be off duty.
All right, fair. He's going to reach down and open a mini fridge under the counter. And he's going to put a couple of cans of this strange green and like bright red and black pop on the counter. $3 per can.
Okay.
Glancing down, you're going to see that it's cans of Surge.
Lillian will hand out like a 10. And then put a 50 on top.
Are you asking if I sell cocaine? No, I don't sell cocaine. I could tell you probably where you could get some. I don't sell cocaine. I sell traditional herbs. Curatives. I could sell you something that would make her feel better. She has a 2nd grade concussion. Her eyes are different sizes.
Yeah, it feels like it.
That might help.
Yeah. If you do, that would actually really help.
Why should I help you? You said you came recommended?
Mm-hmm.
By who?
My grandfather.
Yeah, you said that. Who's your grandfather? And while you're at it, who the fuck are you?
I'm Lillian Underhill. My grandfather is Simon Underhill.
You shut the car doors. Rain buffets down on you. Can I get anybody here to do me a favor and make me an intelligence roll? Or pardon me, make me a resolve roll.
Just straight resolve?
Just straight resolve, because you don't have a supernatural stat.
Mmm.
That'd be no successes.
Okay.
But not a botch.
I'm gonna risk a willpower on this.
Okay, I'll let you risk if you'd like. Go ahead.
Yeah. Adds what? 3 dice or?
It adds 3 dice, and you can choose to have an exceptional success on 3 successes.
2 successes.
Or you can get 9 again.
I will add the 3 dice.
All right. So, well, you get
got
that
2
automatically.
successes.
You get 2 different things.
Oh. Oh, I will choose 9 again.
Okay, so 9 again and plus 3 dice, and 2 successes for Cal.
Yep.
Traz, you can turn that into a dramatic failure if you want for a beat.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, Traz, you are going to gain the. You are going to gain the. Well, let's say. You are going to think that nothing strange has happened, but I'm going to give you the spooked condition. Something is off. You can shed this condition when your fear and fascination causes you to do something that hinders the group or complicates things.
Sure.
But basically, you're going to be really confused. All right. How many successes did you get, Lillian?
I got 2.
You got 2? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The door shuts. And you and Elena will take a step out of the car. The rain is buffeting down around you, and you are going to get the distinct sense of deja vu. Enough that when you look at each other with, like, a confused look, you'll both recognize that something's off.
What was that?
Hey, what's the hold up? Are we going in or not?
Just a just weird vibe.
Yeah. On that, Lillian's going to take out the old, like she carries around literal dog tags from a previous dog, and she's gonna rub them. I would like to roll for my lucky charm.
Little talisman.
Ooh, how does that work?
So I roll the object boosts the character's resolve in dire situations. Make a resolve composure roll once per session at the beginning of a scene. Success, conditions affecting the character's mental state do not affect them for the remainder of the scene.
Okay. Well, you don't have any conditions affecting you right now.
Oh, I didn't know if that meant like supernatural shit.
It means big C can
Okay.
connect. So if you were shaken or spooked, like your companions.
I mean,
that would
I always have
Yeah.
obsession on right now for my gut feeling, but
Yeah, that's a positive one.
I
though.
don't. Yeah, exactly. So I don't want to take that off. Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to take
All
it off.
right. Never mind for that merit. All right. Never mind. So I mean, Lillian will still rub it for good luck anyways, but just it won't have an effect on the scene.
All right. What do you do?
Something's not right. We've done this before. Alex, you don't recognize that?
No, we just got here.
No, we haven't.
Are you sure you're not the one that got hit in the head?
Yeah. Positive.
Come on, let's go in.
Yeah.
Maybe
The
it's a
door is
second
going
chance.
to jangle. And you immediately step out of the rain and are surrounded by the smell of 50 herbs that you don't think you've ever smelled before, but they're so familiar at the same time. You're greeted to an old phonograph recording of a big band. The shelves are meticulously polished, and as you enter, you'll hear a voice come from the back immediately. Just a moment! Different, smoother. A man walks out of the back, smiling. He's dressed in a simple suit. Well, a three-piece brown suit. British-style cut to the back. A pair of polished shoes with, well, you don't quite see them as they round the corner. He's Chinese, about 50 years old. Hair thick, luxurious, and pulled back into a ponytail at the nape of his neck. Handsome, with full lips and bright eyes. They're so dark that the pupil and the iris almost sync together, but they're shining in the light here, which is low and only from ambient lamps. No overhead fluorescence or anything. He leans on the counter. Hello, hello, hello. How can I help you?
Good evening.
Good evening. How can I help you? I'm Mr. Sun. Welcome to my shop.
Thank you, Mr. Sun. Are you familiar with...
Lillian Underhill. Yes, absolutely.
Sure.
I recognize an Underhill immediately. You look just like your grandfather. Well, your eyes do. I notice a couple of things that are different. The hair, for one. And is this your sister?
Not related, I'm afraid.
Pity. What can I do for you tonight?
Hopefully.
Let me guess. You are a cop.
Sort of. What did you do to us?
What did I do to him?
We were in here earlier with your son?
My son. Ah. No.
Oh.
I don't have a son that I know of. That would be a problem.
Wait, what? Hey, what are you talking about, Lillian?
I think maybe we've been given a second chance. Might that be correct?
A second chance? No, not at all. Are either of you, or any of you, thirsty?
Yes, actually, now that you mention it.
Sure, I have some bottled water here. He'll pull out a couple of bottles of whatever they sell at Costco and set it on the counter. So what can I do for you? You're, Miss Underhill, and the rest of you are...
Alina Ekstrom. I'm
Alina Ekstrom.
actually visiting.
Alexander Landry, the chauffeur for the evening.
Oh, fancy. Well, how can I help you tonight?
My grandfather said you might be able to help us.
Hmm. I could potentially do that. For a favor. To be paid later, yes.
What kind of favor?
That depends. What are you asking from me?
Sounds good. I'm sure you've heard of the bloody incident going around. Has that happened?
You're going to have to narrow it down. Vancouver has a lot of bloody incidences.
Yeah, but this one's made front page news. Serial killer.
Ah, okay.
13
I was
women.
thinking you were talking about the murders at the construction site down down off Main Street. But no, this is good.
Murders at the construction site.
It's a couple months ago. Go on. So, the serial killer. Hicks, right?
Yes.
Yes.
What can I do for you?
Have you heard of any sort of demon by the name that goes of Valak?
Yes, I've seen The Conjuring.
Not just the movie.
Yes. I know about Valak.
How familiar are you?
We haven't met. But I know their work.
Hmm.
What can I offer you?
Do you believe in possession?
Of course.
Have you come across it
Yes, of course.
yourself?
Yes, of course.
And, well, how do you deal with it? What do you do?
Exercise is the key to a long life. I would exercise them, but here's the problem that most people don't think of. When you exercise a demon, there is a great chance that it's not going to go anywhere.
Right.
A demon cast out of a body is like a man cast off of a boat in open ocean. It's going to grab onto the first thing it can.
Mm-hmm. Have you heard anything about who might have brought it here? If it's just always been here? Why it's happening now?
I could absolutely use the help. Cal, what is your
Yep.
composure?
I have 3.
Perfect. And Alex, what's your composure?
4.
Ooh,
Oh,
okay, that
good.
actually will affect me then.
Oh.
Ooh, perfect.
Okay.
Okay, and the willpower adds to... Cool.
Alright, sure. This is
He's-
fine.
He smiles, and you're going to get...
This is fine.
It's a bit cold in here.
Yep.
And he looks over at you. I would absolutely love some help. In fact, down the line, I can think that... it's a late night here, but I could always use the help of an FBI agent.
Mm-hmm.
Or one of Vancouver's finest.
Mm-hmm.
Can I put you in my debt?
Depends on how good your assistance is.
My assistance is very good, but we pay up front in this shop.
Understood.
Caveat emptor. Buyer
Mhm.
beware.
Always the best policy.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we could always just have a material exchange.
What kind of materials might you be interested in?
Sell me your soul.
You assume that I still have one.
Oh, okay, Lillian, why are we here?
If you don't, sign it away.
I work for the FBI. Thought everybody figured that we don't have souls.
So we're agreed. I'll give you any
I didn't
information
say
you
that.
want. Oh. But we're in agreement that you'll owe me a favor.
Well, we'll consider it. You'll be dealing with Vascu on this.
I don't know what that is.
Well, there's a network. There's not just me. Might be worth working together.
So
Quid pro quo?
that's what I'm asking for, and you keep beating around the
Yes.
bush.
I know. Give me a chance. I've been hit in the head a few times.
Yeah, she has. Sorry, what did you say your first name was again?
You didn't.
Mister.
We're all on first name terms right now, though.
Mr. Sun is fine.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to know, Miss Underhill?
I want to know how he got this knowledge and was exposed to potential for possession. Where did Bryce Hicks get involved?
Someone brought Valak and the other ones here.
Mm-hmm.
Bryce, as far as I can tell, is what? A 38-year-old architect?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No interest in the
But he-
occult, as far as I imagine.
No?
No.
Someone put it in him.
Mm-hmm. That's what I thought.
Mm-hmm.
My ear to the ground echoes up into me, and I can hear all sorts of things rumbling in the underworld. Valak's not the only demon that's right through the
No.
gates of hell. Someone's
why so
calling up a
many?
little army. Why?
Yeah,
That's a question, isn't it?
it is.
What would be the purpose?
Chaos.
Chaos. Specific murder? Maybe.
Hmm.
I would think that it
Seems
would
like
be
a distraction.
maybe, or a really good way to get away with murder.
Mm-hmm. Hide it in amongst others.
As far as exercising them, any old priest from any old culture should be able to do it.
Hmm.
You don't even need a young one and an old one.
That's just Hollywood.
I miss Hollywood.
Hmm.
Remember how it used to be with stars? Actual stars. Back before the modern crop.
Mm-hmm.
The golden heyday. Dorothy Planchette. Elmo Fitzpatrick. All the old greats. Now it's just superhero garbage. And remakes.
Ain't that the truth?
A little less rampant sexism. There still is a lot of sexism now, but there's a little more in old Hollywood. So forgive me if I don't quite agree with the golden age of Hollywood, because women, to get those parts, definitely had to do things for the casting couch.
And the men didn't? You point to me to most of those stars, and I'll show you how many had a dick in their mouth.
Yeah.
But you do it for the art. Or maybe for the fun of it.
And where can we put this demon? Is there any way you can store it not in a human vessel?
Of course. You looking for something that can hold one, are you?
Potentially.
I might have something that can help you. One moment. He walks around behind the counter, and then almost like a bit, reaches down and starts walking, taking steps down into the ground behind the counter. You'll hear the sound of footsteps echoing down into what must be a cellar. Rustling, rattling, and a moment later, the sound of footsteps ascending. He walks out and puts a small wooden box with Chinese characters burned into the side and top. It has a little sliding latch at the top. It almost looks like a cricket box.
See, I was going for Ghost Trap from Ghostbusters.
I thought it was maybe a puzzle box.
Yes, it's the Lament configuration.
Mm-hmm.
This could do it for a little while. It's old. This was carved in 1673. By a Buddhist mystic. Housed quite a few spirits in its day. The going rate for this is 139.
Dollars?
1,000.
That's what I was figuring.
But you're a friend of Simon Underhill. Your blood. I'm assuming those are the same things. I can cut you a deal. What do you have to give to me?
I have 50,000.
Good. You up the offer by offering me half of what I asked for.
That's how bargaining always works, don't they? Don't you know?
If I wanted
start.
money, I would just say that it was a set price. What do you have to offer me that isn't money?
Can I roll a
I am.
something and empathy to discern his intent?
Yes, you may. Roll me a wits and
He
empathy.
wants our souls.
So having a specialty gives you another dice,
Yes.
right? Okay. Oh. All right, that's gonna be 3 successes.
Okay. What are you looking for here?
I'm trying to figure out what is his end goal. Does he want something from Lillian? Does he want things from Alex or Elena?
He wants to be interested. He's playing you. He wants you to offer something interesting for his time.
Mm-hmm.
Can I get a wits and composure roll off of everyone here?
Yeah.
Oh
Do
boy.
it at a -2 because of the lighting in the room. It is vision
Oh
based.
no.
That's okay.
Okay.
Exposure -2, so it's 3.
It's 1.
One.
1.
3 successes.
Ooh.
3 successes. All right.
Yippee.
As you are looking at him, he's going to just kind of smile and cross his arms and kind of cross his fingers in a triangle tent, and he's going to lean forward, kicking his heels up behind him. And as he does, the lighting in the room is pretty bad, but he's kind of up next to a lamp. One of these old stained glass lamps, you know the type, the ones
Tiffany. Yeah.
that are the Tiffany lamps.
Mm-hmm.
And Alex is the only one that got 3 successes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alex, as he leans forward, you're going to notice that his shadow doesn't. His shadow doesn't move from where it's standing on the wall behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Give me something interesting.
Not surprised.
The hell?
Oh, sorry. He'll clear his throat, and the shadow will shake itself. And this is when Alina and Lillian will notice the shadow just slinks down suddenly.
Can I?
Okay.
Is there any way to try and figure out what he is? Other than
it
a
doesn't
demon.
matter.
Obviously, he's a demon.
Who knows?
Yeah, okay.
He's something.
All right, Lillian, why are we here? What are we dealing with?
When I was
Sometimes
talking
you
to
gotta
my
go to the
grandfather,
source.
he said this would help the case. So I had answers. He was very cryptic. Considering who we're talking to, who's also very cryptic, I see cryptic just runs in this line of work. I have information. I have people I work for. I have information. What do you want that's interesting? A night out?
A night out? Are you asking me on a date?
You're a
No.
handsome gentleman.
You're a little young for me, but I
By 100 years.
would. I'm sorry?
Mm.
What did you say? Miss. Extra.
So, by 100 years.
By 100 years. That's very rude.
But you look amazing for your age. You know that.
Are you getting fresh with me?
She
No.
did hit her head several times and was assaulted, so please forgive her rudeness. She's not meaning to. It is the concussion, her talking. And Lillian's going to just shoot a glare at Elena, being like, what the fuck are you doing?
Fine.
Memories? Do you want memories?
I want memories. I make my own. There are 5 demons that have been summoned. I'll give you one of their names. For a favor. To be called in. For each. I'll give you Valak for free.
Well, yes, we
We
figured that one out.
don't know of Valak.
Good. Are we in agreement or not? I'll give you a few seconds to talk about it.
This feels like a waste of time. We should just go.
I'm not really worried about the names of the demons because that's just kind of.
No, I want the box.
I can give you information or I can sell you the box. But I need to know what you want before I can help you. And what you're willing to offer.
Okay. I'm just going to straight out ask.
Hmm.
What do you know? Who is the Light of Christ Church? Who are they? What do they have to do with all this?
A bunch of religious zealots out of Port Coquitlam who like to set fire to things in the name of the most holy.
So why would they be telling me that I'm the link?
You're investigating a demon, aren't you?
Yeah, but it sounds the way they were the way this guy was talking, it's like I'm the central figure in some fashion. I mean, I'm here just trying to solve, the case. But is there something deeper?
Maybe you should investigate.
How far down the rabbit hole should I be going?
Think we need to tend to surface. Do you know if Bryce Hicks went there? You have your ear to the underworld, apparently.
No. I don't believe that Mr. Hicks did. I don't think he was religious.
No, they didn't say anything about him. Arroyo didn't say anything about him being part of the congregation. Just that they're trying to stop him.
Do you want the box?
Where I need to go with this. I don't know how you feel about it. Possessed or not, he's still going to jail.
Yes, but we'd rather the world not know about demonic possession. I'm trying to.
Who's gonna believe it?
Yes, but if we get the demon out of him and convince him that he was insane, it's
I think a lot of people would believe it. Can you imagine all the things they believed during the coronavirus?
Mm-hmm.
That the government
Oh,
was putting
God,
mind
yes.
control inside of the vaccine.
I'm still waiting for my 5G upgrade.
Hmm.
Yes, so, but I would like the demon to not be in him.
Then get it exorcised. If I were you, I would find an excuse to get him exorcised.
It's a possibility.
I don't think he needs an excuse. He says he's possessed, so we can get a priest in and get him exorcised.
Wait, no.
Hmm.
Hicks himself has never said he's possessed.
Yes, he did.
No, I don't think he did. Valak told us he was in control of Hicks.
He used Hicks's
I'm
mouth.
sorry, I'm asking this out of character.
He used Hicks's mouth to do it, but who knows?
He used Hicks's mouth, but it wasn't Hicks saying, I'm possessed. Every time we've spoken to Hicks, he doesn't know why he's there or what happened. He doesn't remember anything. I don't think Kel here does not think that Hicks is aware that he's possessed.
Mm-hmm.
We, the characters, know that he is, because Valak is talking to us and, slamming me against cinder block walls. But I also don't think Hicks is aware that he ate some guy's face. He's just going to wake up in solitary and say, why am I here? You ate a guy's face. Oh, no, I didn't.
Oh, if you're not interested, he'll take the box and slide it and put it beneath the counter. Besides that, I know a lot of things about a lot of things. I'm better than Wikipedia. Come here with information. I can help you put it in order.
Thanks.
I also sell
I'll take
herbal
you up on
remedies. I hope so.
Yeah, have you
I'm guessing.
got any? Sorry, go ahead.
No worries. I'm guessing the terrible children are responsible for unleashing these 5 demons?
Who is being... The who is the problem here. As far as I can tell, these demons are being taken out of their homes kicking and screaming. That does seem like something they would do, though. Whoever's summoning them is being quite rude about it. It might be why they're so disoriented when they show up. Valak is not a particularly hostile demon. Not like the one that you encountered, Miss Ekstrom. Gadar?
Yeah.
Much rougher. Usually on men, though. Well, the one you have to worry about is Zafan. I'll give you that one for free.
Thank you. What was the name again? Sorry, I didn't catch it.
Zafan.
Okay.
With an X. Zafan, the fire starter.
Ooh, did I have that one? So...
Demon of the second rank fell with... fell in the rebellion, proposed to set fire to heaven before he and the other fallen were cast out. He fans the flames and furnaces of hell with his mouth in his hands, the symbol of a bellows. Think of all the trouble that one could do in Vancouver.
True. Well, thank you, Mr. Sun.
Anytime. Although, no offense to you, Miss Underhill. You're a bit young for me. I appreciate your offer of companionship. However, Miss Ekstrom, if you ever want to put your hair down, I do like to dance.
Interesting. Although your choice of music seems to lean that way. Very, very much of the dance hall kind of feel.
I grew up dancing. It's in my family's blood.
Well, and all the excitement of meeting up with the Light of Christ membership, I seem to have lost the painkillers that the doctor gave me. If you got anything that would work on this terrible headache?
Of course I do. He'll climb the ladder, and it's then you'll actually see he's wearing spats. Climbs the ladder, goes up to the top shelf, pulls a few ingredients, sets them down. These are, technically legal. Mushrooms, concoctions. I wouldn't drive afterwards. Mix them into tea, drink them all.
Okay.
Give yourself about 8 hours.
Nothing that's gonna hang over to the next day, is it?
No, and nothing that will show up on a drug panel.
Oh. Considering the emergency
Results.
doctor was giving me tramadol, that's fine.
Ah, good. Yes, this is, this will help you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Do you want that to happen? Your little exorcism.
If we do that, is that just going to attract something bigger, or are we already in the center of whatever's going to happen?
You're on your way towards solving something, aren't you?
I just have the feeling that it's just the beginning, really.
You look sad. Has something been weighing on you? Besides the head trauma.
You mean that's not enough? Well, Gadar infects the dreams and whatnot.
Tell you what. Make me an offer. Anything interesting. And I'll see what I can do to encourage this little exorcism project.
Something interesting. I don't know. Yeah.
Miss Ekstrom, if you need a priest, there's plenty to visit the precinct.
Yeah. No, but
Tell you what. Miss Underhill.
She has something interesting.
You can tell your grandfather that, well, that I've discharged his favor. Agreed?
Thank you. I'm gonna definitely eat this later, but yes, agreed.
Good. Oh, and I'm sorry, you said your name was Landry?
Yeah.
The name sounds familiar. Landry. Yes. Yes, I remember. Well, you would do well to ask Silver about your mother.
My mother.
You shut doors. You're outside in the rain. Can I get everyone to make me a resolve roll, please?
And back.
Oh,
Nope,
that's actually
that's a-
two successes.
Two
That's a
successes.
fail. I'd like to gain a beat and make it a dramatic
Ooh,
failure.
I get
That sounds
2
great.
roll agains. I got 2 10s,
Sounds good. You do not...
3 10s.
You do not... damn.
Just 3 10s.
3
3 tens? Okay.
3 10s.
You're going to take a dramatic fail, Lillian. You do not remember the previous scene,
Cap.
nor do you remember giving your grandfather's favor away.
Oh boy.
You are going to gain the leveraged condition.
Ooh.
At any time that character requests something of you, you may shed the condition to do as requested without rolling to resist.
Mm.
You were standing out in the rain. Alex, you will remember the previous scene is kind of a weird deja vu, as will Alina.
Like, didn't we just do this?
Huh?
Yeah.
What are you guys talking about?
You don't get the feeling that you've been here before.
No.
This doesn't
we
feel
need to...
a little odd.
No, we're here.
I'll just call it deja vu then.
Yeah, let's go home. I feel like we're just going to be here forever at this point.
The front door of Sun's opens. And a young Chinese girl of maybe 20 steps out. She has a little Fall Raven backpack on and a long raincoat. She shuts the door, locks 4 different bolts, turns, looks at you, and standing halfway in your car, gives you a bit of a look, and then starts walking down the street. The lights inside are off.
Landry's going to check his phone to see what time it is.
It's 2:02.
And when did we get there?
About midnight.
Yeah.
Huh. It's closed.
Interesting.
It's close.
I think that means we've done what we need to do here.
Did we? What? We were driving at like midnight. What? How did we lose?
You've lost some time. We've lost some time. We've been in there.
No, we haven't.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, we definitely have.
We've been in there twice.
Did we get? Did we know? Did we get in? Did it work?
We've got a little bit more information, but he did say we could come back.
Him? That was a woman there.
Yeah. This time.
I feel like I'm the one that got hit in the head too much. Everyone get back in the car.
Yeah,
Do I still
okay.
have the herbs?
Yes.
Yeah. So she'll pull out the bag and... No, we've been in. We're good.
Okay.
I have a lot of questions about who your grandfather is and who the hell we dealt with.
My grandfather's a very powerful man. It's okay. He knows people. He's
Clearly.
fine. Yeah. Yeah, let's go to my place.
Okay.
Just here's the address, and she'll plug it into like a car navigation.
You make your way back across town, driving through the rain, and soon you are inside of Lillian's small but luxurious apartment, well, condo. It's comfortable enough for the three of you, and as soon as you open the door, a chubby-faced pit bull is going to rush up and loudly sniff and not so much bark, but let out those low, almost barking growls of acknowledgement. Yes, huffing at you.
Yeah.
But will eventually tippy-toe scrabble up onto Lillian's lap the moment she sits down.
Mm-hmm. The big baby.
Oh, there's a good
Big
Right.
baby dog.
While that's happening, Alex is going to close all the blinds and curtains to make sure no one can peek into the condo.
Mm. Yeah. How worried should we be?
I think same level of worried we were yesterday, really.
And I don't want to say more. It seems like we're dealing with a lot more than what we initially started with.
Yeah.
Seriously, who is your grandfather? Like, that owner was not... I'm sorry I'm losing my mind, but he didn't seem human.
I mean,
I
I don't
don't
remember
think
this
so.
interaction at all. My grandfather is a great man. He's a part of my organization, and he's quite well known in it. Yeah. He's smart and brilliant and the best, closest thing to a father I've had growing up.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Was he also a lawyer? Politics? Business?
Businessman.
Hmm.
If you'll excuse me, we've had a very long day, and
True.
I just need to get some rest.
I think we all do.
And you'll note she very abruptly gets out and brings Persephone to bed, and it kind of just goes off.
Cool.
Because she just dealt with the news that her granddad's dying and doesn't want to talk about him super much with you guys. No offense.
Fair. Yeah.
But she's like,
Fair.
don't want to talk about him.
Meanwhile, Alina,
Just gonna
you
chalk
do
it up
ha-
that she's tired.
you do have that bag of mushrooms to make tea out of.
Yeah. She's
There's a
gonna
kettle on the
rummage
counter
and find a
in the
kettle.
kitchenette. A beautiful clear
Perfect.
one that bubbles into boil in almost, a minute. It's incredibly fast. Almost like it had a holding temperature. Actually, it'd be about 30 seconds because I know the model you have. So you see the little package of dried mushrooms and herbs. It's easy enough to find a little glass teapot to put them in. The boiling water goes over, and there's a little note written in meticulous handwriting that says, steep 5 minutes, no more, no less.
Just set the timer on our watch for 5 minutes.
There's a wraparound sofa in this room. A big L-shaped one that takes up an inordinate amount of the living room. Expensive. But enough that the two of you have room to sleep in here.
That's all good. That's all I care about.
Lillian will come back out of the room hearing you guys doing stuff and bring out pillows and blankets like a good host.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Lillian,
thanks.
Thanks, Lillian.
Can you make me an intelligence or a wits and streetwise roll?
Ooh.
Wits and streetwise. I don't have streetwise.
All right, well, take the penalty.
-1. Oh boy.
And,
Okay.
Alex, you can make this roll as well.
I'm
Wits
rolling
and
one
streetwise?
die. Let's go.
Wits and streetwise.
That is a
Get a
fail.
decent pool.
Oh.
Fail. You're going to smell a fairly musty, pungent odor coming from your teapot, since your bedroom opens directly next to the kitchen.
Don't worry.
And that's
I'll
3 successes for
I'll
me.
Watch this out.
You are going to smell the scent of the musty aroma of psilocybin mushrooms. So magic mushrooms being brewed.
Yeah.
Your
Oh, you're
alarm
gonna
goes
sleep
off.
good tonight.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah, bathrooms there. There's extra towels.
Thanks.
I will leave my door open, so if there's any issues, I'll my place is alarmed. And she'll click a button on her phone for an app. So if anyone breaks in, hopefully we'll know about it. Yeah.
Well, you probably have the best guard dog in town, so.
Yes. Unless she's sleeping like the dead. Sometimes she does, but
All right.
Yeah,
Yes,
dogs
you'll be a
surprise you
very
sometimes.
she'll be a very fierce guard dog.
Alina,
Mm-hmm.
do you drink the tea?
Yep. Drinking the
Okay.
tea.
There's enough you can offer it. There's enough for a small cup to offer to both other people if you want.
I don't know if you guys want some of this. What does
No.
it taste like?
Oh, bad.
It's the tea.
Oh, bad.
Yeah.
It tastes like the most bitter tea imaginable strained through the bottom of your sock drawer.
Yeah. I don't recommend it, but
What is it?
it's medicinal tea that I got at Sun Herbs.
Medicinal.
Yeah.
I'll have the cup. Also,
Sure.
I have some
It
honey.
tastes terrible.
Might be better mixing some honey.
I don't know. He was pretty particular about what to do with it, so I mean, you go for it, but I don't know that it's gonna help.
Lillian will put some honey in and then drink some tea.
All right, sounds good.
It tastes like ashtray tea with honey in it.
Yum.
Yeah, through a sock.
My favorite.
Yum yum. Sock tea.
All right. You'll both find yourselves getting very drowsy almost immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Time for bed.
As you head back into your room, Lillian, and you settle down on the couch, Alina. Alex, you check your phone and just kind of slowly settle down. You're going to hear the sound of a dog snoring in the bedroom. And you'll all settle down for the night. Lillian, you feel your body sink into your bed, and almost through it as the drug takes hold. You begin almost oozing like molasses down into the silk sheets. And that's when you notice that there's something beneath your sheets. At the foot of the bed. A little bulge at first. That slowly starts moving its way up. Like a shark. And as it reaches your navel, you'll feel warmth, like someone is slowly painting your stomach with not quite boiling water. Scalding, but not enough to make you squirm. Just that edge, that hot tub temperature. And as it reaches your midsection, your sheet is going to pucker up and fall over the horns of a beautiful woman. Slitted eyes like a cobra and a long forked tongue. Scales dancing around her harsh cheekbones. Perfect eyeliner, perfect ruby lips dripping with sultry intent. She smiles at you and then lowers her head back down, visible now as you see that long serpentine tongue. And you'll hear, "Hold on to the horns if you need to grab something." Out in the living room, there is going to be quite a ruckus, Alina. You will wake up in the middle of the night to the sound of screaming. Lillian's door is completely shut, but you will see the silhouettes of writhing forms on the other side. The sound of carnal delights, and then a slap as a small feminine hand hits the glass of the sliding door to the bedroom and streaks down it, leaving a blood stain. The door slowly opens, and a figure so tall that it has to duck beneath the doorframe steps out. They have the head of a ram with curling horns, a long goatee at the base of it that descends all the way down their masculine chiseled chest. As they step out, you will see the slickness of a recently serviced lower extremity. Immense, like a man's arm. The creature smiles and looks down at you on the couch. And in a guttural voice says,
"Room for one more."
and then takes a step toward you.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Your alarm goes off. Alex,
Hallelujah.
and you can see that it looks like Alina is sweating profusely on the couch near you. There's a lot of rosy color to her cheek. and she's damn near fallen off the couch. In her sleeping fit, she's knocked all of the magazines off the coffee table and has completely tangled herself up in the blankets she's using.
Yeah, he goes to try and check on her immediately.
As you touch her, you're going to see that the bandages on her head have come off in her
Oh
thrashing
God, she doesn't
sleep.
have a gun still.
And there is a scar. But nothing else.
What the?
Alina, please heal your health boxes.
Well, okay.
And Lillian, regenerate an extra point of willpower from sleeping. Everyone can already gain 1 willpower point from sleeping. And it's about 7 o'clock in the morning right now when your alarm goes off, rousing Alina as you lean over her.
Hey, are you okay?
I sure, I don't know. It was just, I think so.
You look healed. I don't know how.
Must have been the Chinese herbs.
In the bedroom, you can hear a dog going haywire.
Persephone.
And Lillian, you are going to awaken to Persephone barking her fool head off at a pigeon that's landed on your window.
Oh, it's a pigeon, Persephone. Oh.
And that's when you realize that the light on your phone is lit. You have a missed call. Or a missed message. You have a voicemail,
Pick
actually.
up the phone. Oh. Persephone, shush. I need to listen to my phone. Shush. It's just a pigeon. Chill. Woof. Good girl.
It is a call from your employer.
Oh no.
Hi there. I hope you're sleeping well. I have some good news and some bad news. The bad news is that... Oh, there is no bad news. No, I lied. The bad news is that this case is still going on. We need you to double your efforts. And play nice with the others, please. The good news is that we are a step closer to getting this resolved. We have acquired an expert psychologist to work with your team. I've even gone to the trouble of clearing it with Captain Silva. Take the day off if you need to prepare for it, but tomorrow... looks like you have a new team member. I hope that the doctor does what you need. We pay her enough. Click.
Pay her enough. Oh. Interesting. She's gonna call to see if she can get through.
Sounds good. A woman's voice answers. 5 row shacks and rhyme.
Hi, this is Lillian calling. Can you...
Oh, let me patch you through to Mr. Wiener.
Thank you.
Beep, boop, beep. Lillian! How you doing?
Hi.
Gary
Good.
here.
Sorry.
What can I do for you?
Hi. I just listened to your voicemail, Gary.
Oh, someone wasn't burning the midnight oil. I left that for you 3 hours ago.
Yeah, I was up till 2 a.m. So,
You
had a
kids.
little power nap. 5 hours is, pretty adequate, I would think. trying to follow leads and get this case sorted.
Mm-hmm.
What's the so if a psychiatrist is joining the team tomorrow,
Mm-hmm.
what's her name? You said
Who?
the psychiatrist.
Who?
Who?
Her name.
Like, yes, I know. How do you spell it?
H-U.
Okay.
Her name is Parker Who. Parker Who.
Huh.
She's a licensed clinical psychologist.
Yeah, okay. And she's gonna be here to help,
Well, as far as I can tell, you have an insane man that you're trying to defend right now.
yes.
You need someone that, someone the crown
Can sign off
put.
on that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Perfect.
Well, Doctor Who is the person for you.
Uh-huh. Wibbly wobbly. Got it.
I'm sorry I missed that.
It's not, don't worry. I'm just talking to the dog. She's barking at pigeons.
More of a cat guy
Listen.
myself.
Excellent. Yeah, that checks out. I was wondering,
All about the pussy. What?
gross. I need to set up, and I was wondering if I'm supposed to be on bed rest or whatnot. Could you set up an interview? I know he's in solitary right now, but I need to speak with my client.
How about you deal with your problems yourself? You're a big girl. Aren't you? That's why we're paying you the big bucks. Why don't you take your
Yeah.
happy ass down to the station and ask Silva?
I could do that, but I figured since you are so good at giving directions that you might be able to use your big dick as a man to get me that interview.
Make me a manipulation and persuasion roll.
I
I will give you a +1 because he's seen your cleavage.
Yep. I'm gonna spend a willpower on this.
This sounds great. He's going to make a resist. So do me a favor, subtract his composure of 3, and give me a roll. We're going to do the nice, fast, and easy way of doing this.
So it was manipulation, and that +1. Okay. And I'm choosing 9 again. Actually,
Well,
I'll do
if you're-
exceptional
you're-
success.
If you're only
I'm
spending
not
willpower,
risking it. Yeah.
you're not risking it. So you only get
Right, yes.
you only get the +3.
Yeah, that's fine. See, my dice were waiting. 5 successes.
There is a momentary pause on the other end of the line. It is pretty big, isn't it? You know what? Listen, you snake charmer. I'll take care of it for you.
Oh, thank you.
But quick reminder that such comments do violate HR policy unless you're willing to sign some additional paperwork. All right, doll?
Of course. I totally get it.
Good. Because between us, it's probably best that you're able to walk into court. If you sign that paperwork and I showed you what I'd got, they'd have to wheel you in.
Oh, Gary.
Mr. Wiener.
Mr. Wiener. They didn't call me the rider because I rode horses.
I'll take care of this for you. I hope you're making some progress because the partners are getting a little bit nervous.
You can tell the partners that we have been making some substantial leads in the case, and I'm so grateful that you got the psychiatrist down here, because I'm sure that will incredibly help our insanity case.
Happy to help. I've
Of
got to go. I've got
course.
another call.
Hmm.
Let me know
Thank
how it
you
goes.
so much. And yeah, of course. Feel free to send that paperwork over. Bye. She'll hang up.
What's your vice? Like your apartment, what's your virtue?
My virtue is competitive/ambition. Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say it, but if you ended up sleeping with Gary Wiener to get a promotion, I think you'd get all your willpower back, because that is definitely a hit.
Yep. Oh, don't worry. She would not be doing it
Woof.
to satisfy her vice of lust. It would definitely be for the virtue. Yeah. No,
For the-
she's 100% aiming
Woof.
that direction. Yep.
Who'd have thought
Whoa.
that
Whoa.
sleeping with Gary Wiener would be the virtue?
You know what? You've
Right?
tempted Gary Wiener. Take a point of willpower back for the
Gross.
long game.
Haha.
Okay, sounds
Perfect.
Does he
The
drive
second
the
he
Wiener
was like,
mobile?
"You're a big girl," I'm like, "Oh, baby, I'm gonna manipulate the fuck out of you.
God, I hate Gary
I'm gonna
Wiener
let
so
you
much.
think you won, but I'm gonna bury you after this."
All right. So, with that, you will awaken feeling very refreshed, and will see that the door to your room is wide open. The dog is going to run out after barking at the pigeons and is going to jump full throttle into Alex's lap, almost causing him quite the disturbance.
Hello, I love you.
And the dog is going to just stare you in the eyes.
Hello.
Start scritching behind the ear.
Hi.
Good morning,
Morning.
everyone. Oh, that tea.
Good
Oh,
morning. Yeah,
that was stuff.
I mean, the healing properties are great, but not recommended. Not for the faint of heart.
Definitely gave me an interesting dream.
Yeah, no kidding.
And Lillian, what are you wearing right now?
She would have probably worn to bed because she had guests.
The door open.
She's probably wearing what?
Because you had the door open, yeah?
Yeah. She's probably wearing a big oversized t-shirt and like pajama shorts.
Sounds good. So you're probably wearing like whatever college you went to shirt type of thing?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you are going to just lean out and say that. And as Alina says, "Oh, you
Yeah.
bet," or whatever, Lillian's going to turn back into her room to get ready. And both of you are going to see that as she does, her t-shirt has 10-inch long tears down the back of it, with bloody scratch marks visible beneath, as if someone just clawed all the way down her back. And she's going to shut the door.
Okay.
So when the door's shut, Landry's going to pull out his phone and he's going to message Silva. Message him, look into Lillian Underhill's grandfather. He may be involved with what's going on.
All right. As you text that, I think that's where we're going to call this session.
Cute.
All right. So Lillian got high, so that's going to be a beat. Wow, you haven't made a deal with Hicks yet. All right, so you didn't find out Arroyo or find out why you're the link or what's going on, Alina.
Not quite there yet, I don't think.
Okay. Traz, I will give you a beat toward finding your parents' killers.
Yeah, that was a good
since you have a lead there. And do you think that he gets a protects partners beat for sleeping over?
No, because he let them do whatever the hell they wanted to use.
Oh, that's right. All right.
I'm scared.
All right. I'm gonna give you guys three beats of our own tonight because it was a shorter game.
Okay.
Neat. Nice.
So I think each of you got at least 4 beats, if not a full experience.
I got a full experience. I failed earlier.
Yeah, I got a full experience with a dramatic failure.
I already had 4 beats from last time, so
that takes you up to 7.
An expiry.
Is anybody looking to spend any experience points?
No, I got to build mine up again, I think.
Fair.
I think I'm. How much is it? Oh, where's the
2 now?
experience spending? I was looking to buy a dot of Streetwise for drug use because I realized she probably should have that too. Okay, I'll spend 2 experience.
Sounds good.
And that. So she'll have a dot of Streetwise.
Yeah, I've got 2 XP that I can. Let's see. What do I
buy
want?
a skill. You could buy a dot of a skill. You could buy some merits, or you could just hang on to it. Or you could buy a specialty.
I think I'll read some merits and see what I want and have that decided before next game.
Sounds good. All right, so folks, that's going to be it for us tonight. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed this slightly shorter but still important episode of Hunter the Vigil Summons. We'll be back again very shortly. A big thank you to all of our patrons on patreon.com/dorktales who allow this game to progress, starting with our divine producer. Hi, Mom. How's it going? Our wizards of the Patreon, Tammy the Forever Cleric, the Ink Goblin, and Sorcerer Sanguine are probably behind all of this. And our High Council of the Patreon, Taryn, Dustin, Amberthist, Raven with Baubles, Karasha Urquhart, Sheffiladeth, LaRook, Mike Baxter, and Iridian. You're all amazing. Thank you for supporting the channel. And as always, thank you for watching. We'll be back with another episode of Hunter the Vigil Summons. Good night, everyone.